She is the definition of style and elegance and truly a South African jewel. In 2017, she stole hearts globally as she was crowned Miss Universe 2017. And earlier this year, she became Mrs. Tebow after marrying the love of her life, Tim Tebow. Now joining me on a video call all the way from Florida, USA, is our very own Demi-Leigh Tebow. Môre!
Goeiemôre Jamie. Dankie, dit is so wonderlik om jou mooi gesig te sien en ja, dankie vir hierdie tyd. Jy het gemaak dat ek gremering aansit en opdres in quarantine.
I think your mom is probably screaming at the screen now saying like, listen, sy praat nog Afrikaans.
Natuurlijk. It's partykeer, you just kind of sometimes have to adjust your accent here a little bit because people don't understand when you ask for a banana, it's a banana. And they also don't know what grass is, it's grass. So you kind of have to just adjust so people understand you.
No, we definitely understand you, and it's so amazing to have you with us this morning. Listen, you had an amazing start to the year. You married the love of your life right here in South Africa, and by the looks of it, you look amazing and had such an amazing, honeymoon in the Maldives. We had so much FOMO. How's the married life treating you? Because the glow is real.
Well, to be honest with you, we've been in quarantine for most of our married lives, so it's been great. It's actually been a blessing. I mean, obviously, we've had to adjust a lot of things, and pretty much everything for us has been cancelled too, so just had to adjust. But, just seeing the positive side in things and being grateful to have so much time at our own home with one another and not having to travel. So it's actually just been such a blessing.
What has been like one of the biggest adjustments for now being in quarantine and then being a newlywed couple?
Well, I had a trip planned to South Africa where I was so excited to see my friends and family again, which of course had to be postponed or cancelled for now. Tim was in the middle of spring training, and that's been postponed until further notice. So, we are just carrying on and staying positive. He's working out really hard for baseball whenever that may start again this year.
Talking about, looking back and reflecting, I want to go back to your wedding day. You looked absolutely breathtaking. Why was it so important for you, to incorporate South African culture in your big day? Because we saw a lot of moments where we were like, okay, we see South Africa in there. So why was that so important for you and for Tim for that day?
Tim tells the story so well. So just after we got engaged, we had a whole big family meeting because my parents and my best friends were here and his family was here. So we all just had one big family meeting, brainstorming on, where and when the wedding would be. And although I was open to other locations, he knew nothing would make me as happy as getting married in our beautiful country, South Africa. And he'd only been to South Africa once before the wedding, so he totally trusted me with everything. And it just was the most beautiful day.
You've moved into your brand new home right in the USA. What is it being like just getting ready for this new chapter?
It's been so fun just getting to have my own little space or my own space in the US and just getting to make it home, getting rid of some of the dark wood man cave things and adding a little bit of florals and pinks here and there. So it's really just been fun getting to have the time to make our house a home.
So tell me also about the new babies. I saw on Instagram that the household grew. It's Paris, Kobe and Chunk. Where did the names for these furry pets come from?
Well, Jamie, I think Chunk is a given. I mean, if you look at him, he is just a little chunky, a billetjie van 'n man. So that's kind of where Chunk got his name. If he can eat and sleep, he's happy. Kobe, we named after the late Kobe Bryant. When we saw Kobe for the first time, he was just such a little winner, just such a little strong guy, and we just fell in love with his spirit and his great personality. And Paris was born the day after our wedding, so we named her after our wedding venue, La Paris. So that's where Paris comes from.
They are just the cutest. I am so in love with them. But although, you know, we have so much to celebrate, we're also facing so much fear and anxiety during this COVID-19 pandemic. How is it affecting you and the family? And also, what's the situation like in the USA right now?
It's not anything that we would compare to normal. The situation obviously, affects everyone in such a drastic way. For myself, like I mentioned earlier, I've had, trips to see family and friends cancelled, or at least postponed, which, you just adapt and try and move on to being focused on what you can do in this time. So for instance, I have set myself a fitness goal.
I saw that!
In the States, they go in yards and feet, so I know we go in meters and centimeters and kilometers. So a cut 300 is basically around 274 meters, and it's 25 yards, 6 times there and back. So it's basically 12 sprints, and I've tried doing it under a minute, and I finally reached my goal about a week ago. So I've set myself a new goal of doing it in 58 seconds, so we'll see how it goes.
Listen, Demi, it is so amazing catching up with you. Just maybe lastly, what message of hope do you have for everyone back home, during these uncertain times?
I would just love to motivate everyone to stay focused on, on what we can do in this time, on setting goals for yourself, on working towards them, on using this time to, think a little bit deeper about things that you would never really have the time to think about or to, work through. So spend this time with family and whoever you're in quarantine with, to building those relationships, because I think that one thing that doesn't change in this time is relationships and being able to communicate. It might be having to be virtually, but relationships are so important, and I would just encourage everyone to keep building them and keep staying close with one another.
Well, we're so glad that we could allow you in our space and you just having this message of positivity for all of us. So thank you so much for waking up early, having a full glam, and sitting down with us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Have a wonderful day further.
Thank you, Jamie. It was so good to see you too. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it, a message of strength from South Africa's sweetheart, Demi-Leigh Tebow. Demi and Tim, we at Expresso wish you all the best with your married life, and we're hoping that the Tebow household grows even bigger and happier.